Hi everyone, this is Nibiru watcher, watching the sunrise, and now this object is now at the 7 o'clock position. I'm going to catch it on time-lapse and regular video. Let's zoom in a little further on this. See it behind the trees, the lens flare over here. Let's zoom in on that. See, behind the trees. Oh my gosh, people. Let's get right with God. I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth. Are there spots on this thing? I'm not sure. The time-lapse can't zoom in on it. Let's go back to time-lapse. Hi everyone, this is Nibiru watcher, observing this second object. See the trees in the background. I've been catching this on time-lapse. See if I can see the trees blowing in the background. What is that object? Is it Nibiru or its moon? And that black object, maybe this, it couldn't be Nibiru. It's moving too fast around the sun. Or is it? Wow. Let's see that black object inside. There's almost the center of this second object. Let me zoom out a little bit. Now I'm going to leave it just like that, actually. So I'm going to move the camera out a little bit. You can see the lens flare there. Put this and zoom out. See the lens flare. Let me stop talking about the stupid lens flare. Let's zoom in on this one object. 12 times optical zoom plus digital zoom. Appears to be moving closer to the sun and rotating definitely counterclockwise. It should be tracking it all throughout the day. So surprised that they're letting us see this with no chemtrails this time. Clearly you can see the pine needles in front of this object. If you say lens flare, well, I've already left my piece with that. See if I can zoom in just a hair better. I don't know if I can zoom in any better. I'll leave it alone. Let's put a welder's filter in front of it and see what it looks like. Does seem to be too smooth of a round object to be a sun. It looked like Nemesis at first when it was low on the horizon, but since it's been following up with the sun, it's almost as fast as the sun is moving. Actually, it must be moving faster. Let me zoom back out a little bit. You can see our lens flare again here. Notice how the lens flare is coming from this object, almost like in my other videos. I wonder what that looks like as the sun shines through this object onto the earth. Okay, I'm going to go back to time-lapse mode.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jamie Simpson. Have any of you seen this image on Facebook showing what appears to be two moons in the sky? Maybe you've seen this circulating in an email. This is actually two moons from Saturn, by the way. Maybe you've heard. Will the moon be as big as Mars? Will it look like this? No, it will not. The truth is, it's a hoax first circulated back in August 2003, and at that time, Mars was the closest to Earth in long time, thousands of years. Then again in 2005, 2007, also hoaxes, and is rumored to happen again at 12:30 a.m. on Tuesday. Well, what will you see? Well, the moon and Mars will be very close to each other in the sky, but Mars will only be about 1/140th the size of the moon, and it's all about the distance from the Earth. This is about how they'll look on that night and pretty much any other night. The average distance of the moon is 238,000 miles from Earth. Mars is a much larger planet. In fact, Mars is bigger than Earth, but at its closest, it's at 34 million miles. So if you do look outside up in the sky at that time, it should look more like this.
Planet may be hiding a pretty huge secret. Well, two huge secrets, actually. Astronomers in Spain believe that hiding behind Pluto, obscured from our view, are two additional giant planets. Spanish scientists in Madrid discovered the potential for the two massive celestial bodies at the outer reaches of our solar system after studying strange patterns in the orbit of rocky objects around Pluto, including the newly discovered dwarf planet 2012 VP113. Scientists believe the first hidden world would be about 10 times the mass of Earth. They believe that this planet is moving in resonance with a bigger planet that is somewhere between Mars and Jupiter in size and would orbit 200 times the Earth's distance from the Sun. But can we ever conclusively confirm the existence of these two planets? Well, Scott Shepard at the Carnegie Institution for Science had this to say. As there are only a few of these extremely distant objects known, it's hard to say anything definitive about the number or location of any distant planets. However, in the near future, we should have more objects to work with to help us determine the structure of the outer solar system.
Are you serious? Are you serious? What? Asteroid! Asteroid! And I'm not talking about the one that everybody's talking about, supposedly, that somebody thinks is coming in February. I'm talking about the one that just missed you. Doc, it gone. No, we got nobody gave us any warning. I guess NASA didn't see it, but at the last second they saw it, and there it was. It was 8 meters, so it wasn't very big, only 8 meters, small rock. But this thing come within 0.1 LD, lunar distance. Not 1.0, which is close enough. That's the distance from here to the moon. But 0.1, that means it came within 25,000 miles of the surface of the Earth. This thing, and we got no warning. The name of it, NASA gave it a name within the 2 hours before it got here, and it was called 2017 BH30. Gone! We didn't know it. And today we got one going by, pretty close, 1 LD, which means about 250,000 miles from the Earth. Or in other words, it's the distance from the moon to the Earth. It's going to go by today. It's called 2017 BJ30. But the one that went by yesterday, we had no heads up, just barely. I mean, barely. This is dangerously close when you get down to 0.1. Okay? You're within 25,000 miles of the surface of the Earth. This would have been a very powerful explosion had it hit the Earth. While that's going on, guys, we got solar winds right now at 736,000 kilometers per second. Outrageous speeds of solar winds with gaping hole in the sun atmosphere. Gaping hole with outrageously fast solar winds at 736,000 kilometers per second. More than twice the normal speed. It means it's releasing unbelievable solar flare activity, solar stream, I should say. It's just unbelievable, unbelievable. And of course, the hole in the atmosphere. And of course, we just barely escaped this meteor. Okay, or this asteroid, near-Earth object, asteroid, just barely got by us. So we got to keep our eyes open here, guys. And oh, there's incredible auroras out there too. You better keep your head up, okay? Keep looking around because it's insane. There was 29 fireballs also that penetrated the Earth's atmosphere last night. And there was one that was seen over, I believe, Kansas City or somewhere over there in Missouri. That was really lit up the sky. But good news is the asteroid didn't hit us. Bad news is we got solar stream coming at us right now. A ton of pressure coming at us right now with solar winds at 736,000 kilometers per second. If there's any fault lines, if there's any tectonic plates about ready to go, they will go. The pressure from this will trigger them. So we better hope and pray there's none ready. I'm telling you, you better hope and pray there's none ready. I'll be back with more current world events. Matter of fact, I'm just going to look right now at the earthquake chart just because something could have happened since the last time I looked at it. And I'm going to do that right now if it's okay with you guys, just to be sure we're all right. Just to be sure nothing mega has broke. I just anticipate it. We've had 33 earthquakes in the last 24 hours. Here's what's happened in just the last few, not long. 4.8 Southwest Indian Ridge, 4.6 Japan, very shallow, 4.5 Argentina, 5.0 Ecuador, 5.3 East Timor. Now these 5 earthquakes have all happened within the last 2 hours. There's more that's happened, 33 total, but you can see some pressure. We did have a 5.9 early this morning in Vanuatu, okay? But in the last couple hours, we've had 5 quakes in 5 different locations, all hovering around 5.0, little less, little more, okay? So keep your eyes open and keep looking up. Your redemption's drawing nigh. Jesus is coming soon. Are you saved? Don't miss today's live broadcast. Starts at 12 noon Eastern. It's going to be a good one. Wow. We've got a ton of stuff to cover, and our guest, Pastor Casper McLeod, the guy that played John Lennon in the Broadway musical Beatlemania. He was John Lennon, okay? Wow. Are you serious?